and welcome to Porcupine Place. It's the beginning of May and we're here to open up our camp. We bought the camp a couple years ago and we try to get out here in the summer months at least once a month, and we're slowly cleaning the place up. We'll eventually gut it, turn it into our little retirement home. I'm going to take you for a little walk down our driveway and show you some of the things that have happened since we were here last fall, and I'll show you some of the projects throughout the video that we worked on while we've been here. One of the first things we noticed as we drove down Camp Road, and I'm using the term loosely when I say road, it's a dirt road, it's full of stones, it's rutted, it's really a rough ride getting out to camp. We've actually got a video on our quad last year that we'll have to share as well that shows you the rough ride out here. But it's fun, it's all part of the adventure. So one of the things we noticed was they've cut back the trees on both sides of the road. They did that apparently last fall after we closed camp. It's created kind of a challenge for us. We noticed as we drove in, there used to be like a big tree here on the corner. There's my sad little mailbox laying there, which was already sad already, but it's even worse now. When we first got here, this pile was kind of across the driveway right here, and it forced the water to run down the road, and it swooped down, and you can see this line of open rocks as I go down our driveway. It washed out a whole section of the driveway, which made it a little tricky when we pulled in. So we spent our first weekend here grabbing rocks that had washed down the driveway, bringing them back up, searching the roadway for new rocks to put in these rutted holes. Since that time, we've had a contractor come out and they've given us a quote for coming in with the bulldozer, cleaning it up, leveling. They're going to dig out this area along the driveway, and that's our drainage ditch, which is where the water should have been, and add about 4 tractor trailers full or whatever, dump trucks full of stone to our driveway. Just getting a little peek of the cottage here. You'll hear us refer to it as a camp, a cabin, cottage, but the truth be told, it's a camp. It's in New Brunswick. These are often called hunt camps. We don't hunt, but that's what this was, a hunt camp when we bought it. And there she is. This is our cute little camp. We have a lot of projects going on here today. It's Saturday, first full week here at camp. You got Sam, who's putting all of our solar panels, getting those put up on the roof. It's kind of something I can't help that much with. He put that one up yesterday while I was working. And so I've got my own set of projects, and they are over here. I'm the master of the burn barrel today. So I've got that going, and I promised myself I would only work on one area at a time. So my area is this really pretty spot that's got a little creek, or a crick if you're in Stevensville, Ontario, a crick. And I've got my green Gary with me because I'm trying to get all of this garbage. I've already picked up a lot. Been stacking it over here, and all of this, all the plastics and metal and garbage and bottles and beer cans were all just here in this beautiful wooded area. This is an old furnace that must have been in the cabin at one point, but we're going to keep it. It might become an incinerator at one point, and it's just something kind of funky and old about it, so I think I'm going to keep it. But this is what I'm going to tackle right now. And that is a pile of shingles that they just threw in this like really beautiful stream area. I'm just horrified by it. So yeah, I'm gonna come in here now and do a little bit of physical labor. This should make my Galaxy Watch happy today because it's gonna finally get some steps in and some exercise points. But I'm hoping this will become a little sanctuary when I'm done, and we'll have a little area I can sit by this little creek, maybe do some painting, something relaxing, read a book. But it's kind of hard to enjoy nature and the sound of the stream when you've got this pile of shingles to my left. So I've been at it for about an hour now of cleanup. Got my little burn barrel still going. Just kind of looking around right now thinking, I don't know if I've made it any better. I think I might have made it worse at this point, but we got some brush and debris. I don't know. It's fun though. I love it here. This, folks, is my new favorite little tool. So I had greenberry and I filled it full of its first load of shingles, and then I realized it's kind of a pain to get past this evergreen tree. You're ducking and there's low-lying branches. So I got my new little mini saw out, trimmed up the branches, but now I've made a big mess. Oh, so much garbage here. So my husband was asking, honey, are you making it any better? I'm like, nope. Pretty sure I'm making it worse right now. But we're getting there. Just to show you a little progress. Found some big hunks of foam. Lovely. So I've filled my little trailer with my first batch of shingles. But it's turning out that as I dig through the shingles, I'm just finding all kinds of mystery stuff. Particle board, metal, that's a screen right here. It looks like from a sun porch or a sunshade of some sort. Lots of random wood. So I'll just keep at it, load by load. It's gonna be a lot of dump runs to clean this place up, but it'll be worth it in the end. It is an absolutely glorious day today. It's Sunday. Spent the whole day yesterday working, and I smelt of disgusting smoke by the end of the day with all the burning I did, and my back and arms are all incredibly sore today from all the heavy lifting and all the shingles. As I got deeper into that pile, they were wet and covered in clay, and yeah, it was an exhausting chore, but it got done. I'll show you shortly what that looks like. Today we're going to take it easy. We got our camp chairs out on the deck. We're just enjoying the sun. My husband's working on some laundry with our little portable wash machine. Actually, I'll spin us around and you can take a look at that. Ignore the ugliness of this deck. It's on the many lists. So for camp, we decided to get this little portable wash machine. It works. Perfect. And we hung a little line down here over to what was probably the old outhouse. And so we'll do a little laundry today. We'll just relax, enjoy the scenery. My husband's part of the scenery.
Not the best part.
I'm not gonna comment. Oh, one of the chores that got done yesterday, which is kind of fun, is Starlink got attached to the deck here as a permanent location. It used to always be right there. You see the old stand. It used to just sit there. But I've been complaining because when I look out the windows, it's blocking my view. This beautiful view. Oh, the pond. Every day I get up, I grab a coffee, and I walk over to my pond. I check out my pollywogs and the frogs. I keep hoping for my ducks to come back. There's always been some loons actually that come and land in the pond, but I haven't seen any yet since I've been here this week. This poor garden, it's probably really low on the list. It has a bunch of perennials that come up. I little plastic figurines that I keep finding buried under things. And then, oh, the scariest rose bush in the world. Just gonna get nice and close. Look at the thorns. I want to take it out, but I'm terrified. So, my area from yesterday. Burn barrel's not going today because I don't want to smell like smoke today, so it's off officially. So I just left, a little pile here. I'll work on it over time. All that's left to do is pull up. Looks like it might have been an old floor that they just tossed over here. So we got part of it up on this really cool rock. So there's just this one little section here that we got to pull up and get rid of. And then look at this beautiful cleaned up area. We got the shingles are gone, the metal is gone, and then now nature can take over, and all that beautiful green, lush green that's on the forest floor will work its way over here. All the plastic is up, the glass has been picked up, and now it's just some debris and stuff, but that's nature. Eventually I'll get this apple tree pruned, but for now it's doing just fine. We discovered that there must have been an old orchard here because there's tons of old overgrown apple trees. And what's nice about it is when all the apples fall in the fall, the deer come out and they eat up all the apples. So we're leaving them so that nature can enjoy the fruits that fall off the trees here. Even though the trees themselves don't look great, they're still producing something that the wildlife can eat. Still that pile over here. We'll figure out the next time we go to the dump, we'll get all that stuff cleaned up. My tree, I can walk under here now. You can put the riding lawnmower through here without taking your head off. And then you can see all the orchard trees that are down here. I've yet to see a deer, but there's proof that they're here. I did find an antler this year from a shed, and I found lots of little poops that indicate deer do come here, just not when we're here. So it's my hope one day that I can actually witness that there's wildlife here, but I'm yet out of luck. Oh, and then the final project that Sam was working on is the solar panels. He got the other one up. This one we are waiting on some brackets, and then that third row will go up on the roof. Pretty exciting. It's all wired and collecting the sun today. And then the project that was on this list for this trip, which I'm not sure if we'll get to this week, is the bunky. As you can see, it's a partially built bunky. Well, it's actually structured, but we had to shore it up over here because it was going to go down the hill at some point because it was just rotting. It was never built on a solid foundation. It was just blocks of wood, which it still is. So my husband's going to look at finding a way to build a foundation under it without us having to destroy it. And then we are going to turn this into a bedroom for us to stay in while we gut the cabin this year. So just a little peek inside. Hopefully there's no wildlife, so it's a little frightening. So what's currently in here, see how you can see the sky. It's never a good thing in a building when you can see outdoors from the inside. So this is a little pool table. It's actually probably, I don't know, it's probably rotted because the water comes right through here. But it was a little party room. So you got some badminton stuff, rickety old stereo, bunch of junk because everything here is junk. Yeah, I got some pool cues and dartboard. We'll keep the dartboard, that's always fun. And some darts over there on the wall. Looks like it's supposed to be a door there, but I don't know, they've got it covered with materials. So we'll clean this up. We will see if we can secure this floor is a little bit soft. But we'll try to make it into a room, and this will be kind of our cabin away from the cabin. So we'll see what we get accomplished next week. At the very least, I'm hoping to empty it and get rid of the stuff that we want to get rid of. And then this is another project over here. This is why it's like you have to pick a project each trip we come out. It's overwhelming sometimes, the junk that's here. And this mess over here used to be one of those temporary garages, like with the tarp and the metal. And they turned this into a bunky, which was kind of gross. And the floor was all rotted in it. So we've slowly, with each trip, tore down a section of it. So I was hoping to get to it yesterday, but my back was killing me from the shingles, which turned out to be a much bigger pile. And then more junk. Everywhere I look, there's a pile of something I need to get rid of. So it's just something we'll do over time. In the meantime, I look away from the junk and I focus on the beauty. I love this pond so much. I feel like I'm a biologist as I come over here and I listen to the birds. I look at the pollywogs, and there's some really big frogs in here, and there's some really cute salamanders, little bugs flitting along the water. You know, it's every day is like a little new discovery here by the pond. So I just enjoy it, and I try to ignore the ugly and just focus on the beauty. Since it's Sunday, might as well have a big, yummy breakfast. And we came across, where is it? Bob's Bacon. Sorry, I gotta do a shout out here because I don't know who Bob is, but man, does he know bacon. I've got it cooking over here on our camp chef. It smells like maple syrup in here. It smells so good that now I want pancakes instead of bacon and eggs. It's so good smelling. So good. I hear the generator going, so my husband's clearly working on some sort of project right now. But I thought maybe while I'm cooking bacon, I can give a really quick tour of this horrible inside. So here's my little kitchen. I have that one little space to work on. These were old nightstands that somebody stacked. And then all these mismatched little cupboards. But it does the job. I'm able to make dinner and get things done. Getting used to doing dishes instead of a dishwasher, that's kind of horrifying, but whatever, it's just the two of us right now. This is our coffee and toast center. Lovely, isn't it? So as you can see, this is why we need to do the bunky. This whole entire cabin is going to get gutted. Oh, that's my little workstation over here. And my husband's got a little workstation in that corner. So when we're working from Monday to Friday up here, we each have our own little space. We did get the bathroom started last year, so we took out this wall that was right across, and it was a really big, weird, awkward bathroom that was here. I have a video somewhere of that. And so last year, Sammy came in and gutted this little section and got us a proper, really pretty bathroom that we're still finishing, but it's here. And, we got a working toilet and this lovely little surround. I get dizzy. I hope I'm not moving too fast with this camera. So yeah, we have a little bathroom anyways. The floors, they're not done. And this here under the rug here is an old hatch that takes us down into the basement area. We can also get to the basement from the outside as well. But he's made this smaller and that's gonna stay there. So we'll have to figure out flooring around that. So that's our little interior. We have a bedroom as well in here, but once we start knocking out walls and ceilings, you really don't want to be sleeping in that. So that's why the bunkies project is first. Now, back to my bacon.